In the wild, a single bite, kick, or moment of hesitation can decide everything. A hunter can suddenly become the one running for its life. Prey trapped with nowhere to escape can turn around and fight back. From fangs and venom to armor, speed, and the power of the herd, these are 20 brutal battles for survival. And victory does not always belong to the strongest animal. Sometimes, it belongs to the one that strikes at exactly the right moment. Number 10. Honey badger. Hyenas. Two hyenas surround an animal many times smaller than themselves. One grabs the honey badger's loose back skin, but the badger twists inside its own coat and bites the attacker's muzzle. It keeps turning, growling, and charging whichever hyena moves closest. Even after being driven toward the rocks, it suddenly rushes back out and attacks both enemies. The hyenas finally retreat. The honey badger is not stronger, but it makes every approach dangerously expensive. Number 9. Jaguar and caiman. The jaguar enters the water and bites directly behind the caiman's skull. The reptile twists, snaps, and attempts to bring its jaws toward the cat. But the jaguar keeps its body above the caiman's head, controlling the shoulders while staying clear of the mouth. When the caiman escapes, the jaguar pursues and delivers a second, more accurate bite. This time, the reptile cannot turn. Strength becomes truly dangerous when it is directed at the opponent's weakest point. Number 8. Wild dogs. Wildebeest. The wild dogs surround the wildebeest and repeatedly attack its hind legs. Running straight ahead only exposes its weakest side to the entire pack. So the wildebeest suddenly stops, turns, and points its horns at the nearest dog. One powerful strike sends the attacker into the grass and opens a gap in the formation. The wildebeest charges through and reaches the herd. It does not need to outrun every dog. It only needs to break the circle for a few seconds. Number 7. Buffalo with lion pride. The lions believe they have isolated one buffalo from the herd. Several cling to its sides and rear, trying to drag the massive animal down. Then its calls bring the herd charging back. One buffalo targets the lioness holding the victim's shoulder and launches her off the ground. Once that point of control breaks, the trapped buffalo can turn and use its horns. The herd's strength lies not only in numbers, but in its willingness to return. Number 6. Secretary bird and cobra. The cobra strikes upward as the secretary bird drives one long leg toward the ground. The fangs miss the bird's body by centimeters, while the foot lands directly behind the snake's head. The cobra retreats through the grass, repeatedly turning to attack. The bird follows with long steps, keeping its body outside the bite range and answering each strike with a rapid kick. When the cobra reaches dense cover, the bird stops. Reach is only useful when the attacker is disciplined enough not to follow an enemy into dangerous terrain. Number 5. Orcas versus great white shark. The great white turns its jaws toward the nearest orca, but a second attacker is already approaching from below. The orcas do not strike randomly. One forces the shark to change direction. The other occupies the opening behind its pectoral fin. A powerful impact rolls the shark sideways and disrupts its movement. When an escape route finally opens, the shark leaves the area. The orcas win not through a killing bite, but by controlling every direction the shark can move. Number 4. Hippo mother versus crocodile. The crocodile moves toward the calf when the water behind it suddenly explodes. The mother hippo charges with her mouth open and clamps her jaws across the reptile's armored body. The crocodile twists free and heads for deeper water, but the hippo remains close behind. When it turns to bite her leg, she strikes it aside with her enormous jaws. The crocodile disappears beneath the surface. The mother does not continue the chase. Her goal was never to kill it. It was to drive the threat away from her calf. Number 3. Tiger and sloth bear. The tiger lunges for the bear's neck, but two long-clawed paws rake across its face. The tiger is faster and has the more dangerous bite. The sloth bear has thick fur, powerful claws, and no intention of running. Whenever the tiger circles behind it, the bear turns, rises, and attacks the face. After several violent bites, swipes, and collisions, both begin to slow. The tiger retreats into the forest, and the bear leaves in the opposite direction. Against an evenly matched opponent, walking away before serious injury may be a victory for both. Number 2. Lion and crocodile. The lion pulls a carcass onto land when the crocodile explodes from the water and closes its jaws beside the lion's front paw. One predator dominates the land. The other controls the water. They drag the carcass back and forth across the narrow boundary between both worlds. When the crocodile attacks again, the lion jumps aside and strikes the softer eyes and snout. The reptile retreats into the water. The lion pulls the meal farther inland. Only a few meters of terrain can completely reverse the balance of power. Number 1. Buffalo and rescues a calf. The lioness has the calf by the shoulder and is dragging it away from the herd. The mother charges from the front, forcing the predator to focus on the horns coming directly toward her. But the decisive attack comes from the side. A second buffalo enters the lioness's blind spot, lifts her off the ground, and breaks her grip. The herd immediately closes around the calf and forces the pride to retreat. The rescue succeeds not because of one powerful animal, but because the entire herd returns at exactly the right moment. Every battle in the wild comes at a cost. A broken tooth may stop a predator from hunting. An injured leg may leave prey unable to escape the next attack. That is why the best survivors do not fight simply to prove their strength. Which battle surprised you the most? Share your answer in the comments and subscribe to Hidden Wildlife for more strategies, battles, and survival stories from the animal world.